Elizabeth City in the county of Pasquotank County, North Carolina, over the police assassination of Andrew Brown Jr. that took place on April 21st, 2021. We have been out here for 153 days in a row. Folks, it's pretty incredible. Again, this is a small town. The U.S. Census for 2020, which I'm going to be honest, I have no faith in because of last year and how they handled the census. But the U.S. Census of 2020 says that we have about 18,000 people that live in Elizabeth City. And so, for a small town to be doing daily protest demonstrations, it's pretty incredible, to be honest with you, to see something, because you see in a lot of major cities, a lot of giant cities with millions of residents, that when they have these instances of overt police brutality and police killings, there are not typically demonstrations that are being held every single day for a considerable amount of time. And so, it's just an incredible thing to see. It's an incredible thing to bear witness to. It's an incredible thing to be involved in. And, so for those of you that don't know, by the way, my court date is next week, next Thursday. So I'm going to tell you now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a show next Thursday. And so that's, just letting you know. I was trying to point the camera at the dog the whole time. This is Marley the dog, folks. They're a dog. And, I got a little bit, I'm going to skip this part. That part's going to be censored. But Marley the dog was joining us yesterday. And it was pretty incredible. I wouldn't bring Max out to the protest because he's a little weird around people. And if something were to happen, I don't want to be responsible for a dog. I want to be able to run. I want to be able to hide, etc. So that's so we've done 153 days of continuous demonstrations in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. I don't know when the demonstrations will end. I'm not sure. But either way, we've been out here for quite a while now. And for those of you that don't know, the murderers that shot and murdered Andrew Brown Jr. in a school zone, firing bullets from assault rifles into neighbors' houses, into their own vehicles, because they are just really bad at shooting. They are now calling themselves peace officers. So for those wondering, they're peace officers. So when you go see Robert Morgan at Muddy Waters, you can be rest assured he won't kill you because he's a peace officer. Now, apparently. And so that's the kind of situation that we're dealing with here in Elizabeth City and Pasquotank County. The county is controlled by far-right racists that are doing their best, even though the Confederate statue in Elizabeth City was voted to be removed in July of 2020. They're doing their best in regards to making sure that it is not moved. They are trying to keep it there as much as possible. They are faking death threats. They are faking all this. They are stealing money from the Pasquotank County Treasury and redistributing it to their friends in the form of legalized corruption and money laundering. They're doing their best to not move the Confederate statue because why would they? They're a bunch of far-right racists. The Pasquotank County Commission is also, as well, participating in anti-science, COVID denialism. They are trying to get people killed, and they are succeeding as far as I'm concerned. They are pushing for schools to be open. The whole thing is a giant disaster. But that's neither here nor there. We've been out here for 153 days. We're probably going to be out here for 253 days. We're probably going to be out here for 365 days. God willing. And so, again, just another day in the books. And that's the situation. That's what we're dealing with. And that's the situation. So 153 days, folks. Goddamn.